Welcome back to Iconoclasts. I've got ups and downs with this game so far. Just as a side note, I also want to say, there are certain like visual animations here that are good and certain that are not. These falling leaves make perfect sense, look great. The weird squares crossing the screen are weird, and I think they might be intended to represent like wind or something, but the fact that they cover the whole screen, like there are a bunch of them underground right now, that's weird enough. And also they're just visually, oh, let me get my cursor off the screen. The randomness of them and how much they stand out from everything else is a weird choice. I also don't know what this is. Hold on. Is it really not a... Oh, no, it is. Okay, it's just really picky about how you jump. All right, so when taking bets on how long it would have taken them to... By the way, I am pointing up on the stick here. That does not make this work. I have to be... It seems I have to be... Is it gonna... How picky is it gonna be? Do I have to be at the absolute apex of my... Hold on. Okay. So I have to be basically perfectly at the apex of the jump to make that happen. That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that. How is this supposed to work? Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Well. Huh. Well, you know how I made that joke at the beginning of this recording session about how neighbors were loud and annoying? Well, apparently somebody below me is gonna make a bunch of noise, so we'll see if that continues. I think it actually is coming through in the recording. We'll see how bad it is. I may just stop, but apologies for however much of that you get. During inspection, the roads may be closed. At no time should any citizen try to open the roads by use of illegal tools. Okay. Why right trigger? Is that different? It's not. Okay. So why are there two buttons for it? And the way you get off of it is just walking away from it. Weird choices. Okay. What is this red block for? And am I to assume that I also wouldn't have been able to open this before and it would have forced me to go backward? So, per my previous comment about like, how much did I miss by going backwards first? Well, apparently, it seems the answer was not much. Because it looks like I would have had to go backwards anyway. That said, I do think there was one like grapple point that I wasn't able to use before because of the... Let's see. Don't like that. Don't... I guess they don't expect you to come back here, but... Okay, not that. Are there any other secrets? Can I smash walls with this? Okay, so if I have momentum, I can actually swing with this. Again, probably should be explained right off the bat. Can I shoot downwards? No. Oh, so if they're inactive, I can't hit them. Can I kill these things at all? At least it's pretty forgiving on the health. I don't think I can hit them at all. Thankfully, they can't seem to hit me either. Now, what does this do or mean? Yeah, it just completely ignores my hits, so seems like I can't do anything to them. Weird. And I don't know how to interact with this. I'm guessing maybe because it's got a Phillips head there that I need something else. Any chance? No. No, it's just nothing for now. Okay. Guess we'll come back then. A little weird. Anything else here? No. Well, that's a suspicious amount of space on the other side of this. Makes me think there's something there. Nope. Okay. Okay, so that flurry does not kill one of those things. I cannot melee while crawling. Okay. Again, a thing I probably should be told in some respect. Or rather, I shouldn't say told. I should be shown. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to come back down here for the various rocks I'll be able to break at some point anyway, so. Alright. Do I always, okay, so I always heal at these as well. Okay. So now that I know this a little better, is this going to be any more forgiving? Not really. Especially if you... So I think you dismount... If you dismount automatically if you have momentum going into it. Which is going to be good for some things and not for others. Especially with this very... I don't know why going straight up... Why did it work that time? How far off do I have to be to make it work? Is a little bit enough? It seems like maybe I have to be just enough to hit like a 45-degree angle on it. I don't know. It's so weird. It's needlessly picky. I don't see any reason yet that they couldn't have made that more forgiving at no like real cost. Okay, what's this about? Down in A. Okay. Okay. I don't even really know why I went on that initial adventure to kill that first boss. I don't know why maybe I didn't need to do that, and if I had just gone into this first area and walked back, then the car would have been there. Why are you telling me the same thing again? Oh, are you telling me to use this on enemies? There are better ways to show this. It does auto-target for part of that, which I appreciate. I'm wondering if that bouncing is going to be an actual mechanic or not. You notice when I was bouncing on its like unconscious body. Because if not, then I kind of wish it wasn't there because it makes things harder. I could go back and defeat those other enemies now, but let's not. Okay. So it's telling me it's a deflection thing, I think. That really could be, again, presented a little better. Okay. I don't like fighting this in this space. There's too many other things to interact with. Huh. Okay. That's not a lot of time that it gives me to make my way back. Is this a thing or is that in the background? I think it's nothing. Okay, what are you trying to teach me here? There's also, I can also see, here's a question. Is their level design good enough that the fact that I can see those blocks up there is intentional or is it accidental? Yeah, see, even if I was nailing this, I don't think I could make that. Is there something here? No. Is there a slide or something? I'm kind of expecting there to be a slide. Otherwise, I can't see how this... Please don't tell me I have to crank this multiple times. Does this maintain it? Okay, so as long as I keep doing it, it keeps resetting at least. Does it actually hold longer? It seems like it does. Wait, now it's stuck completely. Huh? Oh, did I not pull it all the way up before? Okay, so this is a really bad way to teach this lesson because you know why? Because I can't fucking see it. I mean, I can't replicate it now, but like, you don't see the failure state, you only see the success state. Also, I can't pan down or up, which in a platformer like this would be helpful. You were trying to teach me a lesson, but you didn't give me any instructions. You're trying to teach me to do it multiple times, but there's no indicator that that's actually useful. And in fact, we've had previous indicators that it isn't useful. So you've given me previous cranks that I only need to crank once. Doing it any further does not change the outcome. And there's no visual or auditory indicator that anything changes if I do it wrong. Now, you could have made this more intuitive, at least with audio, that in the previous ones, if I crank it once and I get a success, then it makes a certain noise. And any further cranks, it makes a different noise to indicate that, like, this is already complete. You could have done that, but you didn't. So what I get instead is every time I crank this, it makes the exact same noise. And because I can only see the like confirmation of success when this thing comes up, I think I had to crank it like 3 or 4 times. It's not very clear because there's no direction and no prior indication and no current auditory or visual indication that what I actually need to be looking for is most likely that it is raised 1 all the way, and 2 that it turns green, although I'm not even sure about that second one. And regardless, it should have an auditory thing that tells you this is done. Does it make a different noise? It does, okay. It does actually make a noise of it bottoming out, but the crank noise should be different too. Also, I don't think this game wants me to use... So this is weird. Because you disconnect from the wrenching point by walking away from it, that means... Well, okay. So so I would say you can play this with the D-pad with 4 direction. Okay, so the D-pad does meaningfully register 8-way inputs, even though I can only shoot in, well, not even 4 directions, technically 3. I can't shoot down. I don't know why that is. But you would still probably, because of the way analog sticks work, they tend to be preferable for like quick, when there's air movement, you want the analog stick because it's faster. The problem with that is if I'm defaulting to the analog stick and I do anything other than, if I press up, it does nothing. If I press down, it wrenches. If I press down too much in one direction or the other, I end up crawling off of it and disengaging from it. Again, really minor bickering point, but like, it's an important distinction. All right. I know I'm spending a lot of time like picking at this, but when your basic puzzles are sort of have this many like minor issues with them, it makes me worried about the future. Anyway, we'll come back to more of this next time.